Alrighty, what's going on? I'm gonna put this on YouTube as well. We've been playing through all the different levels of Heroquest here. So what's going on YouTube? I'm Warrior Shot the Food, also known as Worthram, as all my characters are named. I can get my chair to not destroy everything in existence. We're starting level 3. Level 3 is going to be, what is it called? Lair of the Orc Warlord, I believe. We're playing all the traditional characters right now. We got the elf, we've got the barbarian, we've got the dwarf, and we've got the wizard. Let's see. Let's put some of them. Bam, 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 bam. Are they all in some kind of... Yeah, they're in some decent order. We have all of them. It's not too bad. We do have all the other expansions, and we will be adding more characters to it. We just, want to go through the base campaign with our characters. We have other things we want to do as well. We want to go through and get our characters or get our stuff used to being played through. All that fun stuff. But this is going to be, the baseline. So the elf gets to choose one set of spells. We chose the fire spells. Fire spells are a ball of flame, fire of wrath. Where you at? Fire of wrath. And my personal favorite, courage. The courage is my favorite. Gives you a lot of extra, gives you a couple extra dice to your guy, makes another powerhouse for your dude. So we got all them. So without further ado, let us get this mission going. Let's see. It's been a while. Let's see. Go here. Heroquest. So we are on Lair of the Orc Warlord. So here's the mission.
Prince Magnus has ordered that the Orc Warlord Ulag, who is responsible for the imprisonment of Sir Ragnar, be sought out and destroyed. When Ulag is destroyed, the heroes are to be rewarded 180 gold coins to be divided among them. Any treasure found in Ulag's stronghold may be kept by the finder alone.
It's a pretty simple intro for that one. All right, so I should unplug this. I've been using the companion app. Here, let me close this. I've been using the companion app for Heroquest. I'm really glad for this. I hope this is not something that goes away too quickly. It's just really useful. Allows you to play all of them and save your characters. Let's see. So we have this. We're playing this. And then we are on the Lair of the Orc Warlord. Turn the volume down on that. All right. So we got everybody in place. All right. And after we defeat him, we have to go to the stairwell. That's usually not like a huge deal. By the time we get through that, everything's dead anyways. So, like always, we are going to start with the barbarian. I think I got everybody in order, except for the elf is in the opposite space. So, barbarian will go first. You'll be able to see, I should probably move my mouse over here. You'll be able to see the die roll on the screen and move this stuff. All right, so let's get some movement. Let's see. And for some reason, it was being a pain and it wouldn't move the character or anything. So we're going to move 6. 1, 2, 3. We're going to stop at the door and open that. There's that. What do we got going on? All right, so we got a table in the center of the room. Cool. And then we have a door at the opposite end. We've got, wow. All right. We didn't really get much. Only thing we really got was a potion of defense, which, here's that one. Potion. Oh, there's potion of strength. Potion of defense. You know, add some defense to your character. Pretty easy. Everyone's at full health now. So, whoops. So no big deal. And I think my pen's right here. I'm all over the place today. Out of the way, you. There we go. All right, so I got my pen. So everyone's full life right now. We're just gonna X this out. We got a decent amount of gold. I don't think we... Oh yeah, we got a longsword for the elf. So his attack is now 3 and he can attack diagonally. So that's pretty awesome. Usually that's like the first thing I like to get anyways. So the room is infested with nature's little shits. The goblin. There's 4 of them. 1. There we go. We do have some extra movement for our barbarian. So we're going to move forward 1. And we are going to attack the one in front of us. What I hope is that my dwarf can roll really big and get to the other one. But that's kind of wishful thinking. The barbarian's got 3 attack. Something good. Roll. There it goes. All right. We got 1. Goblins aren't really that strong, so they just get 1 defense. What do we get? Of course he defended. What a jerk. So now that kind of throws our plan a little bit. That's okay. We can still attack diagonally with the elf. So we're going to go for the dwarf, but the dwarf is not going to move that much. Yeah, he got an 8, but we don't really need to move him that much. So we're going to put him to the side so he can't block. Because as long as the elf gets a die roll that doesn't suck, we'll be good. As long as he doesn't get a die roll that doesn't suck. And then he got a die roll that sucked. Great. Good times. Noodle salad. All right. Can we see? I'm going to say no. And then the wizard will move. He'll roll like a 12 or something. No, 5. All right. Well, whatever. We're going to move there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move him right there. All right. It is Zargon's turn. I'm guessing these 2 goblins are going to attack the barbarian. Yep, they're both going to attack the barbarian. All right, first one in front of him. He whiffs. Damn, they're getting some good shields, man. All right, got 1 hit. Barbarian's going to defend. And he gets it. All right, so not too bad. Pretty uneventful. And then it will be... All right. So the goblins here, they're going to move. They're just being annoying. They're just moving right there. It's fine. So now it's the barbarian's turn. Still going for that guy in front. Shimon. Gosh. We are so unlucky. Dwarf isn't going to move, but the elf is going to go. Gets a 7. So we're going to move the elf diagonal at the door. Boop. Out of the way. All right. Diagonal at the door. Now we have the longsword, so we can actually attack diagonally. So we got to make some stuff happen. Come on. All right, we got 2. And he can't defend because he's only got 1 defense dice. So he fails. So that one on the side takes a damage. He is deed. He is deed. Take him out. All right. It sucks that we had to move to get there, but what are you gonna do? That was attack for that, and the wizard's just gonna stay there. There's no point in the wizard doing anything. So now it's Zargon's turn. I'm guessing the goblins are just gonna start stacking up on. Yeah, goblins stack up on the barbarian and attack him. So they have 2. So we got 2 attack rolls going for the barbarian here. Shimon, Cletus. There we go. All right, so he fails the first one. All that for nothing. Goblin number 1 and goblin number 2. All right, he gets 1 hit. See if we can defend again. We did it last turn, so let's go defend. And he does. He defends again. Sweet. Barbarian's at least not getting pummeled, so grateful for that. And then it is now the barbarian's turn. Dude, he's holding his own. I mean, he's going to attack the guy in front of him. Because we still got that diagonal hit, and we got 2 hits. And Goblin's dead. He can only roll 1 defense, so he's dead anyways. So, bam. He doth be dead. Get out of there. He's dead. Keeping him there. And then it is the dwarf's turn. We got to get some dudes in there. Barbarian just can't do everything himself. 4. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to move the dwarf inside the room. Jump in front of the barbarian. Dwarf still only has 2 attack. We were only able to get the longsword for the elf. And nice. Hey, we'll take it. He can't defend against that because he's only got 1 defense die. So he is deed. He is gone. What is it? Where's this thing? Delayed reaction from the goblin. All right, and then the elf is going to attack diagonally. He's got 3 because he's got the longsword. Rolls 2. That is 1 dead goblin. Starting off pretty easy. It feels like the trial is like the hardest one. It just feels like it is. All right, who's next? Let's see. The elf is there. We're gonna get the wizard in there. Okay. Go dice roll. All right, we got an 11. That works. All right, so we're just gonna move him like back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, like right there. That'll work. And then Zargon doesn't get any attacks because he's got no creatures. The barbarian will search for treasure. Let's see. Use that. All right, so we got to draw a treasure card. Do a little bit of a shuffle here. Let's see what we get. All right, shuffle it up, shuffle it up. All right, ooh, nice. We got gems. Let's go. So we got treasure card, gems. Here we go. Tucked into the toe of an old boot, you find a small gem worth 35 gold coins. Record this money on your sheet. Don't mind if I do. I've been recording it on the back, and you don't add these back to the pile, unfortunately, because can't have too much good fortune, right? So we've got 180 gold. Sweet. Take it. So far we haven't taken any damage, so that's good. And then it is the dwarf's turn. The dwarf is going to search for traps because nope, there's no traps because we haven't found any and we're just due for some traps. So let's get a move. We got 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to move the dwarf to the door, but we're going to keep the door shut. Actually, we're going to move him like 1 away from the door right there because we trying to be smart about this. I'm going to get the elf in the room. Got an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll move him behind the wizard for now. Normally I don't do that, but I don't want him blocking the door. So wizard's just gonna stay there, and then it'll be the barbarian's turn. Come on, a big roll. All right, 6. Not a big roll, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we don't have enough to get to the door, but that's okay. The dwarf will kick the door open, basically. All right, we got a 10. All right. So let's move up to the door first. We're going to look inside. I really need to get him like an axe or something good. I need gold. All right, so what do we got here? We have I believe it's a fireplace. Bougie, fancy room. Okay. And we've got, oh dang, we've got an abomination. Now, these used to be called Famirs, but they're like aquatic creatures now. So, that's fine. They look pretty cool. I like the models now better than I like the old ones. The old ones were kind of flimsy. Just like the furniture's a lot nicer in this one. So, all right, so the dwarf is going to attack. The Famir is actually pretty powerful. I'm going to put him on the screen. Creature cards. Abomination. All right, put him on there. He's got a 3 and 3. He's pretty tough. So hopefully we can get lucky. Double skulls. Come on. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. All right, and then the Famir gets 3. He just needs to fail this, and he does. Holy crap, look at that. It's just coming up all good for us. The Famir takes 2 points of damage, which effectively eliminates him from my life. Get out of here. He's dead. Goodbye. All right, so now we go to the elf. I'm just going to step where that guy is, and we're going to search for traps. Let's move forward. Give me like a 5 or something. I'll take it. A 7 is good. Step right inside the room, because we don't want to like step on a trap. Search for traps. There are no traps. All right. The wizard's going to stay here. He's basically like a utility knife. And then the barbarian is going to roll. Let's get him in there. Shimon, Cletus, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to move him like right before the door here. Oh yeah, there is a door. There'd be no way to get out of here. Stuck in here forever. All right, let's look for treasure. No traditional treasure. Next card. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. let's go with this. We got a wandering monster. What is the wandering monster for this? Wandering monster is an orc. So he comes out, immediately attacks. Oh man, he's got 3. Come on, whiff. Anytime you want to roll game. All right, he got 1. That's sort of a whiff, but not really. Can always take damage with 1, right? And get 2 defense on him. All right, we made it. We got the defense. Man, we're not doing too bad. Not too bad. All right, so he did his traps and everything. So unfortunately, we have to go for the we have to go for the dwarf. The dwarf just needs to roll to get in front of him. It's okay. So we got an 8. All right. So we're going to move you over here. It's a good thing we searched for traps before we did that, right? And then we're going to attack the orc. Got 2 attack. Failed. Just cringed. He's just sitting there with his shield up in the air. All right. And now it is the elf's turn. If the elf can at least get diagonal, we can get 3 attack die on him. A 9, that's going to do it. We're going to go straight. We're not opening the door because that would be stupid. And we're going to attack. Pick that up. Come on. Dang, we missed. Dude, we've rolled more black shields in this than, like, for any time we've played. We are going to get the wizard in the room. Because just sitting in here. Because we might have to catch up with everybody. We got a 6. So we're just going to pull up behind the elf. Right? Oh, and the elf is over here by the door. Crowding. We're going to move the door out of the way for a second. And he's going to go there. All right. Zargon's turn. He's probably going to attack the barbarian, but we'll see. Yeah, he attacked the barbarian. He's going for the barbarian. 3 attack die. Dang. Got 2. We're definitely taking damage this time unless we get super lucky. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right, he did. He got lucky. He blocked them both. Dude, I've not taken any damage, knock on wood. So, dig that. Now, 3 to the orc. Stupid wandering monster needs to die. All right, we got 1. Orc has 2. And the orc takes a damage, and that should be enough to take him out of the fight. And then get him out of there. Just some extra fights. The wandering monster goes back to the bottom of the deck. So that's how it do be. All right. The dwarf is going to go and get through this door. We got a 9. Okay. So we're going to open this. We're just going to walk 1 in front of it. There we go. So we'll go here and then open the door. All right, so we have a door that goes to the bottom here. We've got a brick. That's a small area, dude. Where are we at here? One extra one here. What else do we got? Oh, shoot. Another brick. Okay. So we ended up rolling a 9. So we're at what? 3? Let's go for the little room. We might as well go to 3 here. We're going to open this door too because we have a death wish. All right. So dwarf is going to move here. We're going to open this door. Move inside here. Get rid of that. Got another door apparently. We've got 2 orcs. Dang. They're just all up in his business. All right. Well, there's that. So we are going to attack the one in front. Actually, you know what? We're yeah, in front of us. That way the elf can get over there and attack diagonally. Hopefully. If we can get a hit. We got a hit. Can we make it permanent? We can. Orc in front takes 1 point of damage. And that is the end of that guy. He is dead. All right. Now it is the elf's turn. We need a decent roll so we can get to that other orc. We're going to use our longsword to attack diagonally if we can. Shimon, Cletus, I rolled the dice. 10. Well, as good as we can hope for. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to move right here. Let me get him. I'm going to move right here. Very cramped in this hallway. All right, we've got 3 die going for the orc. Nice. 2 hits. As long as he doesn't get lucky. That's 1 in 6. He's got to do it twice. Can he do 1 in 6 black shields? He cannot. He sucks. He's dead. Goodbye. All right, he takes 2 points of damage, which is well enough for him to be dead. Dude, this longsword's putting in work. All right. We've got a bigger room coming up. We're going to move the wizard. He's just kind of like a coaster. We got an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to move him. Right, sure. All right. And then since it starts over, barbarian. Shimon. Get another, a better die rolling thing. Jeez, barbarian. He's hobbling. 2, 3, 4. So he's really only moving a little bit up the hallway, making the dwarf do all the work. He's the one with the shorter legs. You think he would have a problem getting faster than the barbarian. We're going to search for traps first. I think that'll be what we look for. Okay, no traps. And then we are going to search with our elf. Actually, our elf needs to get in the room. Get your butt in the room. There are no traps, so we're good there. We just need to roll something that isn't absolutely abysmal, and that's okay. We're going to go here, next to the door. We're actually probably going to run in the room since he's kind of like a barbarian anyways. And we are going to search for treasure because we are greedy and we want gold. All right, what do we got? Come on, no wandering monster. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? A wandering monster is exactly what we got. So we got another orc. We're just making it harder for ourselves. That's kind of how it goes with treasure. It's risky, but you got to do it because you need armor, you need protections. It's okay. Attacking the elf. Jeez, what a insanely good roll. Yeah, we're taking 3 just right on the dome. Right on the dome. Wandering monsters up. Creature card, we got an orc. And then we took some damage. Unfortunately, we took some damage. 3 damage to the elf is abysmal. We still have all our spells, so we're good there. We take 3. We are down to 3. Dang, man, he took half his life in 1 hit. And then it will be the wizard's turn. Wizard's got to do something here. So wizard is going to use a spell. Well, do we need to? Actually, we're going to use a healing spell. We're going to cast a Water of Healing. Let's go to spell cards here. Water of Healing. All right, we got Water of Healing. That's at work. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Okay. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Contact with this revitalizing water restores up to 4 lost body points, but does not give them more than the starting. We just turn this upside down. And we could have taken 1 more damage, but 3 damage is a little bit too easy to take and 1 hit with the bigger monsters, and we're just not going to chance it. We lose out on 1. It's fine. Okay. So wizard does that. Now it is Zargon's turn. Probably going to attack. Well, could go either way. Attacks the dwarf. 3 die to the dwarf. 1 hit. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We got 1 hit, and it's just rolling random stuff. We need to get 1 defense. 1 shield. Gets 2 shields. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. No damage. And Barbarian is tired of waiting around. Get him in there. Give me a big number. A 6? Is a 6 a big enough number? It is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to park. Oh, it is a cramp. There is just no more room in here. No more. 3 attack towards the orc. What in the actual hell is going on? It's fine. He fails, but it's the dwarf's turn. If this dude gets past every single guy again, I swear. And he fails his defense. So he takes a point of damage. Thank goodness, because that was obnoxious. Where is it? So he is dead. Goodbye. All right. So now they're done there. It is the elf's turn. The elf is going to open the door. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, we got to switch it. We're going to switch the camera angle. Can't see where the hell they are. Where's my camera? Let's see. Bottom left. There we go. That's better. Now we can see where we're at, right? Everyone's in there? Yep. All right. So, open the room. We've got a bookcase. We've got a door. It is right here. Monsters? Probably. All right. We got some goblins. Nothing crazy. They did not expect us to come here, did they? Shabam. All right. So, what did I roll? Oh yeah, the elf hasn't moved. He needs a 6. All right, we're just jumping forward with 3, and we're going to attack the one in front of us. That way, if we can get in there, we can actually reach the other one. So we might use Ball of Flame. Oh, we got 2 hits. The goblin only has... Actually, the goblin has 2 defense. What am I doing? A fail. I forgot. Made an error. That's all right. It happens. What are you going to do? It's just a friendly game of Heroquest, and we're just murdering goblins. It's fine. Alright, so he is dead. And then it is going to be the wizard's turn. The wizard's actually, I want to use Ball of Flame, because it's usually useless except for against monsters like this. So we're going to move ourselves to the other side of the elf. And we're going to cast Ball of Flame, Yoga Fire spell card. All right, where's Ball of... Actually, he doesn't have Ball of Flame, does he? Well, shut my mouth. He doesn't. That's the elf. You know what? That's fine. Forget it. Forget it. All right, so we'll just let Zargon go. Hopefully he doesn't go after... He's going to go for the elf. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's right there, right? He has 1 hit. And he fails to defend. See, this is why. I mean, he would have only taken 1 damage. So now he's down to 5. So we're fine with that. Comes the barbarian. Roll in a fat 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pull up next to Yon Goblin. And we're tired of this crap, so. Let me get 3 skulls for insult. Or nothing. Again, that is the 2nd time he's done that. He's got the yips, man. Dwarf is going to attack. He rolls 1. Actually, I think I was... Yep, he failed. All right. Takes 1 point of damage. That is 1 dead goblin. Get rid of him. Dude, we were just mowing some creatures over. Other than the elf taking a bunch of damage. All right. So... I think it was a dwarf. Where were we at? Say the dwarf. At this point, it doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to move him there. Actually, we're going to move him there. Because we don't want him to go in. Oh, and the dwarf trips over himself. All right. Elf is gonna... We're gonna have the elf... Since the elf has a longsword, we're just gonna go through the door. We roll a 6. 1, 2, pause at the door. Opening the door. What do we got? Holy crap, this room is stacked. We've got 3 orcs. 1 abomination. Bam. Whoops. You go right there. Go right there. You go right there. And then we got 1 door. They are guarding a door. All right. So we've got, what, 6 to get in there? So we'll move... you know what? We're going to move just right inside the door. Because we got the longsword. And that'll give room for another player to get in. Okay. So we get 3 right at the orc. 2 hits. All right, it's not bad. Shimon fail. All right, he fails. That is 1 dead. The hard part is getting rid of the abomination. So now it is the wizard's turn. This is gonna be rough. Should we? No, he's gonna stay there. It's Argon's turn. They're gonna get a chance to get in there. We got the orc coming in. The orc is going to swing. Come on. He gets 2 skulls. This could fell the elf. Yep, he took 2 points of damage. A good thing we did that healing, right? So we're down to 3 again. He still has 2 more enemies, unfortunately. The other orc is coming in, and then I know the abomination's going to go to the other side. It just makes too much sense, you know what I'm saying? Not the best circumstances. Oh, come on. That could be it. That could be it for the elf. That is not a good thing. Come on, let me get some shields. Come on. We got 1 shield. We took 2 points of damage. That puts us at 1. We are at 1 health. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think we're pretty... Unless he whiffs, the abomination's going to finish the job. He gets 3 attack die. Come on, whiff. Oh, God, you hate to see it. There's no way for him to defend against this. Oh, that's so bad. He's got 2 defense, but it doesn't matter. That takes down our poor elf. The elf is down. All right, so let's get the elf out of there. Blech. Dang. I don't know about this. The elf. That sucks so bad. All right, well, the good thing is... Let's see, action. Let's see, how do we get him out of here? Let's see, action. I use special treasure equipment. You know, I never really thought about it. Oh. Let's see what it says. Escaping death, you may immediately use any potion in your possession which restores life, such as healing potion to raise your body point. Spellcasters with an available healing spell who have not performed their turn's action may cast a healing upon themselves to restore body points. You are out of the game for the rest of this quest. You may, however, rename your hero and play them as a new character in the next quest. Armor, weapons, and treasure that belong to you prior death can be picked up by any hero in the room with you. Warning, if there is no other healers in the room with you when you die, any monsters in the room will claim your possessions. It may not, however, use them. They are removed from the game. Damn, dead. He is dead. So sad. So sad. All right, well, they killed my dude. Now the barbarian's pissed. Let's get him in the room. The 9. That will do it. All right, we need to get some of these big die guys out of here. Even though the abomination is beefy. Oh, and get him right here. So he's going to claim that stuff. We're going to attack one of the orcs because they still have the same amount of attack die, so it just doesn't matter. We get 2. Gosh, that's so disheartening. Shimon. He got 1 defense, but it does not matter. See, this is why we went for the orcs first. Because even though he defended 1, he's still dead. Get him out of here. All right. Now it's the dwarf's turn. Now they're just pissed. That's what it is. They're just mad. We got, what, 7? So we're going to move here. And we are going to attack the other orc. All right, 1 damage. We really need to get him something better. All right, see if he can defend. He does not defend, thank goodness. He is out of here. All right, so now we're down to the abomination. We're going to get the wizard in there if we can. We got an 8. We're just going to move behind the barbarian. I think that's just the best move anyways. That's fine. And then we're going to go, it's going to be Zargon's turn again. This is going to be tough. We haven't gone to the boss, and we're missing one of our characters who has one of our most powerful spells right next to Genie. So the abomination is going to attack the barbarian. This is a tough room. All right, 1. He defends it, thank goodness. Man. All right, that was him. Now it is the barbarian's turn. All right, 2 hits. And he fails to defend. Thank goodness, because it's starting to look grim for our dudes. He is gone out of there. Get out of there. Tired of your crap. All right, it's the dwarf's turn. Add insult to injury. We are going to search for treasure. Actually, we're going to search for traps. There's no traps. We're going to skip over to the barbarian's turn. I don't like to search with the wizard because if he gets ambushed, it's just that he gets another turn. It's just a mess. So then it is the barbarian's turn. He's going to search for treasure. And we will see what we have. Wandering monster goes on the bottom. And bam, we got the other one. We got the other card, gems. All right, same thing. Tucked into the toe of an old boot, you find a gem worth 35 gold coins. Record this on your sheet. Okay, we'll do 35. Math is hard. All right, 5, 11. We have 215. All right, we're getting there. Plus, we get the reward for doing the quest, so I'm hoping to get like a shield or something, some defensive thing. I like having attack, but this 2 die thing, it's no bueno. All right, so we'll skip through back to the barbarian's turn because we can do that. And we're gonna roll and move up to the door if we can. We got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, open the door. All right, we're gonna open the door here. This room's gonna suck. I have a feeling. It's just too big of a room for it not to suck. All right, and we're missing 1 character, and he had 3 attack die, so we kind of worried. We've got a table. If I can find my table. There you are. We got a door at the edge of the hall that goes to this little one. And Rutrow. We have 2 goblins. Here's the problem, right? We have that. Ooh, the Orc Warlord Ulag unleashes a furious war cry through gnarled teeth and tusks. Great. So we have, this is Ulag, right? That's Ulag. And we have I think a Dread Warrior. Good God. Dread Warriors are disgusting. They are really powerful, and I hate them. So this is what we got in the room. We've got Ulag. He's got his own stats. We've got goblins, and then we have a Dread Warrior. Dread Warrior is just insane. They're pretty nasty. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be rough. I think Ulag has his own stats, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, he's got 4 attack and 5 defense. Good God. That dude is crazy. And he's got 10 movement. He's a pretty beefy dude. So, yeah, good times. So we have, what, 4? We can only really make it to the door, unfortunately. The dwarf is going to come in. And the wizard's going to play a pretty crucial role in this, too. All right, we roll a 7, which he doesn't normally play a crucial role. But we are going to... You know what? We are going to hole up right on this side, because there's no point charging in and taking a bunch of attacks, because that's just dumb. And then the wizard is going to move here. Boop. That works. And it's Sargon's turn, because I don't think I can see them. We're going to say no. All right, so the Dread Warrior is coming in to attack the Barbarian. He's got 4 attack. We hate it. He fails absolutely and utterly miserably. Good, because he's never going to get a turn again. All right. He moved there. Now the other guys can move, but they're not going to be able to get through. We're going to 300 this. This is the 300 situation here, right? So we are attacking the Dread Warrior. We get 1. Ugh, it's not very good. Dread Warrior has, if I remember, he has 4, but we're going to double check just to make sure. Dread Warrior is in the stack of madness. Yep, he's got 4. We hate it. He's looking for 1. He fails. He does take a damage. That's not enough to kill a Dread Warrior, but it is enough to make him upset and not like life as much as he used to. Then the dwarf can't really do anything. He doesn't have any diagonal attacks. Not that he would be able to from this way. Well, if he did, he'd be able to attack the Dread, but he doesn't have it. The wizard's going to go, we are going to cast a spell. We are going to cast Tempest. Tempest is a really good spell. Where are you at, Tempest? Tempest. This spell creates a small whirlwind that envelops 1 monster of your choice. That monster misses his next turn. We're going to flip that over. That's used right next to healing the water. And then we are going to go to Zargon's turn, but he can't really do anything. Well, he can. He skips his next turn, so he can't really move out of the way. So now the Barbarian is going. We need some big hits this turn. We need some big hits. We got 2. That's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. And he blocks them both. What an absolute jerk face. All right, well, the dwarf can't do anything, and now it is the wizard's turn. We are going to cast a spell. We're going to cast... This. I think we're going to cast Rock Skin. Yeah, let's see. We're going to save Genie. I want to use that on Olag. So we need Rock Skin here. Where are you at, Rock Skin? There's good old Rock Skin. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. That hero may throw 1 extra combat die when defending. The spell is broken when the hero suffers 1 damage. We're going to cast that on the Barbarian, so we're going to put that here, right on the Barbarian. Shaboing boing. So we got that. We'll keep that up there for him. And it is the... Let's see. He can't do anything. And now it is Zargon's turn again, unfortunately. And he is going to attack with his big, beefy warrior, since we skipped his last turn. He rolls 3 skulls. Man, these bad guys' rolls are insane. So we're going to take a damage. Let's see, what do we have? 3. So 1, 2, 3. Unless we roll all 3 shields. We didn't roll any shields. Ouch. Rock Skin is dispelled. What a useless spell. It can be good, but it was not good this time. All right. And we take 3 points of damage on the Barbarian. 1, 2, 3. So he's at 5. We do have Potion of Defense. So we're going to use, let's see what it says. Okay, this can only be used once. We're going to use, we're going to save that. We need to save it versus Varag. Or not Varag, but Ulag. All right, we're going to attack. I don't know about this one. This is getting a little crazy. We might have to back through. We get 2 hits. All right, 2 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4? Dread Warrior is 4. 2 damage, 2 damage. Come on. He does block 1, but he does take a point of damage, man. We just chipping away. He is still alive. Okay, so we went that turn, right? We are going to actually, you know what? We are going to move. Because it's the dwarf's turn next. We might as well jump out. All right, we got a 5. We're going to move down 1. Okay. Scoot over here. And then it is going to be the dwarf's turn. The dwarf just needs to roll a 2, so we're not even going to bother because you can't roll less than a 2 on 2 die with a 1's present. And no 0s. All right. Oops, wrong die. Well, we would have got a 7. So, pick that up. Give me 2 skulls. We get 1. All right. I mean, all he has to do is fail. No black shields. No black shields. He gets 1 black shield. That's all he needed to defend against that. Ugh. That is painful. Now it is the... Because we lost these spells. These are all down. The wizard is going to... Oh, man. Now he's got too many mind points, right? This spell, we could do sleep. Oh, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try sleep. We might as well. It's better than it being useless. All right. This spell puts a monster into a deep sleep, so it cannot move, attack, or defend itself. The spell can be broken at once or on a future turn by a monster rolling 1 red die for each of its mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. May not be used against mummies, skeletons, or zombies, which the Dread Warrior is neither of that. So we're taking a chance. He's got a lot of mind points. He's got 3. So we're going to roll 3. No 6s. No 6s. All right. He is asleep. Good. Good. All right. So he is asleep. And now it is Zargon's turn. So he can't move. He can't attack, defend, nothing. So he's pretty much dead. So that's fine. So they just sit there because they can't get through. The barbarian can attack him, but the dwarf can. The dwarf has to get... He fails. He fails. Goodness. Are you kidding me? We are going to move out of the way because we're not standing for that. We're taking a risk here. We're going to move 1 away. Gosh, dude, they're having the worst luck ever. All right. The wizard is going to cast a spell. Wait, can he cast anything? Or is he pretty much... Yeah, he's... The wizard's going to attack him. He needs to roll a 1. Anyways, this is such a stupid thing to do. It really is, but we're going to do it anyways. For the content, right? We have 1 attack die, right? The wizard is pretty much a giant book of spells. He's got 1 attack die. He gets a skull. He gets a skull. He's put himself at an enormous risk. The Dread Warrior takes 1 point of damage, being completely and utterly defenseless. He dies in his sleep, like we all wish to when we're old. Except for this one was a staff to the face, you know. Tomato, tomato. Tomato to staffo. So now this is Zargon's turn. We are going to subject our guy to an attack from Varag. Oleg could be potentially very bad because he's got 4 attack die. He got 3, so he can't kill him, but that is not a good attack roll for me to get on my... Yep, he took 3 damage. We just taking risks. Just taking risks. Taking 3 damage on the wizard. The wizard only has 4 health. So we might lose the wizard this game too. I think the wizard has a healing thing and the rules allow you to cast it. So I think he'll be okay. Sort of. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. The barbarian cannot get there. Probably should have just let him get there. That's fine. What are you going to do? Right? Now we got to skip to the wizard's turn and get the hell out of there. So we roll a 9. We're going way up here. We're running. Just book it up there. 6. Right? Because you gotta. You know, what are you going to do? Run, wizard. He's like, I was just playing. I'm just playing. You play too much, wizard. All right, so let's see what they do. All right, Oleg comes in and attacks the barbarian for 4. Can we get some bad rolls on the enemies? Dang. I guess not. I guess not. I guess we can't. Just getting all skulls on the barbarian is insane. Oops. And we just take 4 points of damage. Is our barbarian dead? No, he's at 1. He is at 1 health. We did use... Oh, we need to take this potion. Yeah. If we can. If our guy doesn't die from the... Because Oleg just came in and punched my dude in the face in the door. And then the goblin came in and is attacking. It's no fair. Come on, fail. Does he die to a little tiny dude? He gets 1 hit. This could be it. He fails to defend. Ugh. Oh my gosh. The barbarian is down. It is just up to the dwarf. He is down. But we have dudes in the room, so we can get the loot if we can kill him. Ulag is just making short work of our guides. It's fine. All right, so we're gonna go here, edit. He is dead, unfortunately. Yep, took him out. Now it is the dwarf's turn. He needs to do something. This dude needs to do something. Is this the end for our dudes? Who knows? I think he has... Yeah, he's got 5 defense dice. That is a little on the silly side. And he gets 1. It's a 1 in 6 shot. You hate to see it, but there it is. It is the wizard's turn. Or the dwarf's turn, I mean. The dwarf... what are we doing here? I think we gotta kill something, right? We gotta kill something, so we're gonna attack the goblin. We're gonna use Genie on the one guy. We got 1 hit on the goblin. Goblin has 2 defense, or 1 defense. He failed both anyways. It's fine. Yeah, because he's only got 1 defense die. So he is down. Oh, I forgot to move him. But he's dead anyways. He's over here. He moved up behind him. All right. Now it is the wizard's turn. Wizard, you got to do something, man. We're running out. We're running out of hope. We're going to move in. We got a 3. The wizard is kind of hurting. We got to use a spell. All right, we got Genie. Genie's our only hope. We're going to use it on Ulag. The spell conjures a genie who does one of the following. Opens a door on the board. I don't know why you would do that, and reveals everything that lies beyond. Or use 5 combat dice to attack 1 monster within your line of sight. Genie. That is Genie. Where are the creatures? And get rid of this Dread Warrior. We got Ulag, and then we got the little goblin there. All right, we're going to cast Genie. We got 5 die going towards Ulag. We've got to do damage. Oh, 4 skulls. You love to see it. You love to see it. He's got 5 defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 4 skulls on him. He gets 1. He takes 3 points of damage. With that, the once mighty warlord lets out a final roar before collapsing on the stone floor. That is 1 dead dude. He's dead. We killed him. We still have 1 monster right there. But that's the hard part, right? That's the hard part. Go wizard. We got the wizard going. So now it is Zargon's turn.
What?
And then he is going to attack. Who's he attacking? He's attacking the dwarf. Interesting. He rolls 2. Just watch the wizard be the only one that gets out. Can we get 2? He defends. Nice. All right, now it is the dwarf's turn. Dwarf is going to attack. Can we get some skulls, please? 1 skull. All right, and he's got 1 defense. 1 in 6 chance. He fails. He is gone, finally. That is 1 dead goblin. He's dead. He be dead. All right, that's the end of that one. And we just can't tempt fate. We've only got 2 guys left. We're going to hobble all the way back. There's nothing special. There are other places, but there's just no way we can make it back. If we get into another encounter, we're just running on fumes. We just got Veil of Mist, some Heal Body, Swift Wind. Nothing crazy. So, with Ulag dead, we make it back to the stairways. Barely succeeding. We lost the Barbarian and the Elf, but they come back at the end of the level because this game is very merciful. But later on, we'll probably do like a permadeath run and stuff like that. But that is not too bad. Not too shabby. I think we're doing pretty good on that one. All right. So we get all the way back. Everyone survives. What is the next mission for the next time? We'll do a little brief synopsis here, and then we'll call it. I want to do one of these every week on Wednesday. I might up it depending on how well things go. Did pretty good. We did miss some stuff, but nothing crazy. We got 180 gold coins. So it's a bigger number than what we had before. 593. So we had 395. So we have some items that we can purchase. We need some defense. I'm just saying, we need some defense. We've got 395. Let's take a look at the equipment. I'll show it on the screen so people can see what we're looking at here. We've got a decent amount of stuff. All right, we had already bought a longsword. There's a battle axe that's 450, but we don't have enough for that. So we can't buy the battle axe. We need to arm the dwarf with something. It would be nice to, let's see, there's plate mail. That's way out of our price range. It's 850. Battle axe can't get. We could get a longsword's one option. Potion of speed. I don't remember potion of speed, but they must have added that. We do have shields. So it might be good to get some shields. They're pretty cheap. There's a few of them. Let me put shield up on the screen here. What do we got? Let's get rid of that creature. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the spell. Genie being the savior and killing Olag, which was amazing. We've got shield. So, whoops, wrong button. Go back, equipment. We've got shield. There's shield. This handheld armor gives you 1 extra defense die. May not be used in battle with the battle axe, or the staff may not be used by the wizard. Now, we could use it. Depends on if we plan on getting an axe for the dwarf. The elf has a sword. The elf has a sword, but we could give him a shield. So there's that option. We can get more than 1 shield. We have multiple cards. We don't need a short sword. There's a staff for the wizard, but I never saw the point of that. We've got a helmet. Let's put helmet up here. Where's helmet? Where are you at, helmet? It must be in the place of the other one. So let's grab this. Shield. There we go. There's that. Got a helmet. There's helmet. We'll move that over there because I know the next one's going to be underneath it. Let's see. Shield, helmet, toolkit. This toolkit give you a 50% chance to disarm any searched for and found but unsprung traps. See Action 6, disarming traps. We should probably get that at one point, but I really feel like something defensive right now is just better. There's like holy water and stuff like that. Crossbow's really nice, long-range weapon that gives you the strength of 3 combat die. I feel like we'll do some defensive stuff, and then we can go maybe combined with a helmet and or shield. Bracers, ooh. So bracers are, oh wow, they're 550, expensive. So what we're gonna do is we have 395. We are going to purchase, because the barbarian is always in combat, we are going to purchase the helm, which gives us an extra defense. That's 125. And then, so that's one. We're just going to write it on there. And then we're going to purchase the... Womp, womp, womp. Keep that there. Then we're going to purchase the shield, right? I mean, I guess we could purchase another helmet because the helmet is like 125. It saves us 25 gold. So I don't see a problem with that. Yeah, we have multiple helmets. Let's buy another helmet. Why the hell not? Let's give it to the elf. That's going to give him 1 extra defense. And that's what? 250. 250, which is minus 395. All right, 5, 4, 1. So that leaves us with 145. Dang, not enough to get a shield. Barely. Could get a shield with 1. So that, nothing. The wizard can't use anything. Maybe we buy the staff. Yeah, it gives the staff gives 1 attack die of strength in combat. Nah, I don't feel like it's really worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. 125, and we can't give him a helmet. So we've got helmets for the 2 dudes. We're 5 short. So we'll cross this out. We're 5 short of the other one. We still have a potion of defense, but now our barbarian and our elf both have 3 defense die. I feel like that's worth it. That's pretty worth it. I think so. All right, there's that. So let's take a look at the next quest, and then we will call it. Let's do the next quest, which will be... Let me go back. I know you're in here. I can smell you. Prince Magnus's Gold. All right, here's the next synopsis. I'll play it at the beginning of the next stream, and the next video for YouTube, so that people can see. Oh, my guys are like 500 years away. Oh yeah, I moved him back. That's totally fine. We'll just do that. So let's do Magnus's Gold.
3 treasure chests have been stolen while being taken to the king. A reward of 240 gold coins has been offered to any group of heroes who return the chests and all of the gold. The thieves are a well-known band of orcs whose lair is in the Dark Mountains. They are led by Golthor, a dread warrior.
Golthor. God, these guys got some pretty abysmal names. Their parents must have hated them. Yep, that's going to be the next quest. That's going to be the quest for next time. I'll do that on the next stream on Wednesday. But let's see. We'll go through there. Our guys have that. We'll set up everything for that for next time. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. We're 4 quests in. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good. We're getting there. It's fine. We did lose 2 of our guys, but the game lets us bring the dudes back at the beginning. So, I mean, all in all, we got close to being wiped. I don't know if I would have done if that happened, to be honest with you. We're going to give the fire spells back to the elf. We're going to refresh all the spells for the wizard. Wizard did his job with Genie. Did pretty good. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next Wednesday. That should be the time that I do it. Then, and take it easy. Peace out, y'all.